was the one that helped myself through that. I was the one that solved that problem. And that's a problem. And so second thing we have to understand is sacrifice. Sacrifice, sacrifice. We have to create this sacrificial nature inside of us that we don't have sometimes. Everything is according to me, my time, my schedule. Let's be a little bit sacrificial towards Islam, towards our community, towards our next generation. But really, if you think about it, my brothers and my sisters, the amount that we owe Bibi Khadija is beyond words, no doubt. That they say that Islam was founded on two very important pillars. One was Mawla Ali's courage, and one was Bibi Khadija's wealth. Without one, Islam would not have spread the way it spread. So every Muslim, regardless of what fiqh you believe in, regardless of what you believe in, we owe Bibi Khadija 1,000 salams. But the problem is the Muslims didn't really understand that. If they had understood who Bibi Khadija was, they wouldn't do what they did to her daughter. If they understood who Bibi Khadija was, they wouldn't do what they did to her grandson in Karbala. If they understood who Bibi Khadija was, they wouldn't do what they did to her granddaughter Bibi Zainab salamu alayha. 2 minutes of Bibi Zainab, because a mother and a daughter are very special, but a grandmother and a granddaughter are sometimes equally as special. And so today we remember Bibi Khadija through her granddaughter Bibi Zainab. You know, we sometimes believe that the day of Ashura was the end of Muharram and Azadari and Karbala as we know it. But the musibat after Ashura began for Bibi Zainab and Bibi Zainab alone. She had to be the Fatima of her qafila and the Ali of her qafila. That's why they say that when she gave her famous khutbah in the darbar of Yazid, it was almost as if Mawla Ali was standing up there giving that khutbah. But there's one small story that I read just today where Bibi Zainab was patient upon patient. Every step of the way she was patient. She was told when Mawla Ali passed away, and later on this month, we'll remember her father inshallah. Mawla Ali sat her down and gave her nasihat, gave her some guidance. He said, look Bibi Zainab, look Zainab, when you go through life, when you're in Karbala, every step of the way, you'll go through this, you'll go through that, you'll go through this. Remain patient, remain patient, remain patient. When he was done, she asked her father one question. She said, Baba, I'll do all those things. I'll be patient. But if I call upon you, will you come and help me? He said, of course I'll come and help you. But we see that Bibi Zainab didn't call her father right away. When she landed in Karbala on the 2nd of Muharram, she didn't call her father. When she watched one shaheed after one shaheed after one shaheed go to the battlefield and not come back, she didn't call her father. When she helped Imam Hussein mount his horse, she didn't call her father. When she stood on Til Zainabiyya, she didn't call for her father. When they snatched her chadar, burnt the tent, slapped Sakina across the face, she didn't call for her father. When she entered the courtyard of Yazid, they say there were 7 doors to the courtyard. She entered one after one after one. When the 7th door of that courtyard opened, she says there were 700 chairs lined up, dignitaries, special guests, as if there was a show happening. And she was told to move forward, enter the kingdom. She stopped at that door. And she said, if anybody has the courage to make me move, I'm not entering this courtyard. Imam Sajjad says, we've come this way, we've been so patient, a little bit more patience, please. A little bit more patience. She says, I'm not moving from here. The books tell us that the son of Imam Hussein, his lips began to move and said, Zainab, a little bit more, please. Just a little bit more, that's all I ask from you, a little bit more, please. She never called her Baba for help in Karbala. He came on Sham-e Gharib and she never called him. Every time she mounted a horse, she never called him. She stood there in front of the door. Imam Hussein is asking her a little bit of patience. Enter this courtyard. She asked Imam Hussein one question. She said, where is Najaf? She turned to Najaf and she said, Baba, Your Zainab is asking you for help. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to accept this qaleel ibadat, insha'Allah. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us the ma'arifat, to use our blessings the way they were meant to be used for, insha'Allah. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive the sins of our marhumeen, to keep us on this path of the Ahlul Bayt, convert the pleasure of sin into the pleasure of worship, insha'Allah. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I apologize, I forgot to ask all of you to recite a Surah Fatiha. For those who sponsored today's iftar, there's a number of names here. Mirza Liaqat Ali Sugra Begum, Badrun Nisa Begum, Ghazanfar Ali Khan.